guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we are going to be doing a custom skateboard deck. I recently went over to Tony's refinishing and I spent the day with Tony. Great guy, good fun, had a good look round. He showed me all the stuff that's up and coming up on his channel, so there's some really cool stuff coming up on Tony's channel, guys. So we had a good walk round, good chat for the day, and we've come to an agreement that we're going to do a joint giveaway day on Tony's channel. So he's got a piece he's custom painted and he gave me this piece on the day, and this actual video, guys, is on Tony's channel. If you want to see how he painted this skateboard deck, the first stages of it, click over to his channel, there's a full video on that. So he's gave me this deck and I'm going to do some artwork on it today for you guys, and I'll take you through my video on my process on how we're going to paint this. I'll get this up into clear coat, and then the next time you'll see this skate deck will be back over at Tony's, and then he's going to run through this giveaway. So enjoy the video, guys. I'll drop you in a time lapse. On the first time lapse is going to be prep stages on this deck. So yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Guys, in that last time lapse you see me clean that down, degreaser, panel wipe, and just get that a real good clean down, get all the dust off it. And then I went in with a grey Scotch-Brite and we've just dulled all that surface off now, so that's got a nice keyed up surface. I've just dropped a screw top and bottom, and that's mounted now to my easel, and I can work on that and it's not going to move about. So the next stage on this is going to be, I'm going to blow the artwork up, get it all scaled up to this, and then we're going to use some transfer tape, and we're just going to transfer tape around the edge, and then I can start dropping some base coat down. We're going to base coat from about here to about there, and it's going to be Ford frozen white on this. I'm going to go from a white base coat. This is a grayscale portrait look. So yeah, that's the next stage, guys. So I'll stick on another time lapse and you'll just see me marking out, and I'll move on to the base coat stage. I'll drop the base coat in on that time lapse as well, and I'll give you a little talk through when I see you next. So see you in a bit, guys. Right guys, in that short time lapse I've dropped 3 good coats of Ford frozen white. That's gone down really smooth on that, guys. So that's the base that we're going to work from for the artwork. I'm going to let this really cure down because I want this solid, because I'll be doing some pencil artwork lines on this. I want that to go really solid and go off really well, because you'll just end up digging into the paint. So we'll leave that for an hour or so, and then I can move on to the next stage and we can start projecting up, and I can just start penciling in where I need these pieces of the artwork that I can work across. So I'll see you in the next step, guys. Right guys, I sort of progressed on, and you probably missed it quite a bit. I projected the image up and we got the image across, pencil line. and I've just gone round with the value 4 and I'm just dropping some tones in. Not going for details at the minute, but you can roughly work out what this is going to be. We've got like a Chicano style woman here. This was a piece of artwork and she was holding a gun, so I've changed the artwork around and now she's holding a Iwata W400 spray gun. Comes down and you've got a realistic rose that's going in the bottom, and then I've got some text in here. This is going to be hashtag passion for paint down the bottom there. So this is all going to be like grayscale portrait coming up. So we're just going to keep working these colours. I'm just going to keep going, adding the tones, and then start sharpening bits up with the shields, and you'll see me go through. I'll stick on another time lapse and you'll just see me dropping some more tones in, working along this picture. Captured a bit more in that time lapse, and I'll talk you through the stages in them time lapses. So we first started out white base coat, and then I went in and projected up and just penciled around a very light outline on the bits that I needed, and I'm just starting to work the tones in. It can look quite rough at the minute, the hair looks quite rough, but all this will get sharpened up and all this will start to sharpen up as I start working along. The tones that I've been using, I used a dark grey mix. I've used a value 4, which is a quite light grey, a carbon black, and I've used a transparent shading grey, and I've just been knocking across these colours and just dropping these bits in as we're going along. So we're starting to work down. That's the W400 spray pot that's going in. We're going to have real bright highlights on this and a bit more shading coming across. We'll start working down, so you've got the front of the gun there, and that's her hand coming in with the glove on. So I'm just working the tones in there, and we'll get the highlights and things in this piece here. The darks are starting to come in under the neck, coming down, then we'll have a realistic rose in here. So that will be soft tones and realistic. We can start working the rest of the face, the eye, and then once I get these tones in on the hair, I can start bouncing across the face and just start darkening and seeing where I'm going on this. Once this is demasked, it always looks totally different because we've got a different coloured background. It's going to be a real sharp edge on this. So what I'll do is I'm going to do a real fine dust halo of white coming around the image, just very lightly dusting out, and that will just pop that forward a bit more as well. So that's where we are. I'll drop you in another time lapse and then we'll just keep cracking on, guys. If there's any bits along the way that are different, I'll pause the time lapse, give you a little talk through, but we're mainly going to be bouncing across them colours, just keep going on them shades and just working this in with them shades, and then I can look and just start going either darker or a little bit lighter. We'll see as we go along. So I'll see you guys in the time lapse. Right guys, if you are interested in what I'm doing on the screen at the moment, I'm now doing one-to-one custom paint classes and a one-to-one airbrush classes as well. And in these airbrush courses, I can teach you from beginner's level and work you right up to advanced. Same with the custom paint classes. I do an array of them as well, so I can teach you all the techniques, tricks and tips if you want to get into this industry. So if you like what you're seeing, guys, and you want to do one of my courses, just drop me a message on that link below and I'll see you on the custom paint side. Right guys, I'll talk you through them time lapses. As you've seen, I put a bit of masking and just masked off the spray cup on that, just so I could get the hair to come down and not go over onto this side. So we started dropping the hair in, dropping the darks. I've just done some scratch back techniques and put the highlights in, coming down. We can work a few more of these highlights and bits in. Once I get this demasked, I can then see and judge how much I want to gain and go with this. We've worked a bit of hair down here, bit of highlights on the cup coming down, and a bit more in the top. And now I'm going to unscrew the deck, move the deck up a bit so I'm at this level up here, and I can start working this rose in and then working this bottom half in. So I'll stick on another time lapse. The paints that I've been using is the same spectrum of colours. So I've used the value for the dark grey, the shading grey. I've mixed 3 drops of shading grey with a couple of drops of carbon black, thinned that down and just done like a very light transparent type black for the hair going in, and just started darkening that up, getting the tones working around. We dropped all the eye in, put the details in around the eye, dropped the highlights in with the paint pen, and then I've just erased back bits of the face just to pop the highlights out on the face. So yeah, that's where we are so far guys. I'll move this deck up and then we'll start working down this bit, start getting the details in around here and in the rose I'm working on. So I'll see you in the next time lapse.
To disappear, to just get out of here. I never wanted someone to take control. I let you take control. I let you in too close, so baby just go ghost. Ooh. Now baby just go ghost.
Update. I've pressed on and we've got the rose in. I've done a bit of shading up here. We've dropped the rest of the gun in and I've just gone around the outline there, and this is where the text is going to go. I'm going to drop the text in next there, and then we're going to demask it, see how it looks, and then I can start dropping some more highlights in once this is demasked. But that's where we are so far. Same range of colours. I've just been working through them. The shading grey, a bit of shading grey and carbon black mixed, thinned down to make like a transparent sort of black. Paint pen for some of the little sharp highlights. Eraser just to knock back on the rose just some of the little details on there. So we're going to move on to this bit now, drop that logo in, and then I'll demask it. I'll see you in the next step. There you go guys, there's the hashtag passion for paint put in, chop that out, and we've got that in the white, and we've just got the black around that. So that's all near enough complete on there guys. The next step I'm going to do is I'm going to demask this, and then we're going to put the bit of mask that I cut out for the whole piece, I'll put that bit back on, and then I'm going to do some highlights around the image. Yeah, we might do a little bit of flame work, soft flame work coming up, and just take that up the deck. and I'll drop some purples and blues, very light transparents over them flame work coming up. So that's where we are. I'll stick in another time lapse and we'll move on to the next stage. There you go guys, there's the finished piece of artwork. We masked off the internal part there, and then I went in with the full frozen white, really thinned out, and just flicked up with the white, dropped the white in, and then I went in with the transparent purple, dropped a little bit of purple over the top of them flames going up, and then dropped a transparent, like a candy blue, and then just buzzed round with the candy blue and just dropped a bit of the candy blue over the spray cup, just to pieces on her hair, and just to give it a bit of a glow around the hashtag passion for paint as well. So that's the artwork complete guys. The next step on this will be to clear coat this, and this will really pop. Once this is clear coated, this will re-gloss Tony's metal flake that he did. That will pop back up, and then the darks and the tones in this will really pop, and that metal flake will just pop through this transparent on this. That'll look really nice once this is clear coated guys, because the reflections off this metal flake will just bring these flames out around the center image. And then once this is cleared, we'll flat and polish that, and then there's a couple of, like I said, there's a couple of extra bits I want to put on this. I'm going to do some mounting brackets so you can mount it to a wall. I'll fit all them. So this will all be ready to go. We'll get all this complete. I'll get you some shots at the end of when it's done. We'll get this boxed up and we'll get this back over to Tony, and then you'll see where this is going to go when it goes onto Tony's channel. So I'll see you guys in the clear coat stage. See you in a bit.
Longing is the music of our sphere. The gift of life is never more or less. It starts at any time you like and ends in just a wink.
Right guys, you see that little time lapse? I've just dropped some black base coat on there with green fine line that off, and just put a little skirt around the bottom in masking tape, stopping the overspray. So that's had good 3 to 4 coats of black base coat, and then I plastic primed the sensor light, so that's in the black. This is a metallic black, a real fine metallic black, and there's a little chop of wood there. Just dropped a bit of black on that. That bit of wood's going to be mounted to the back of the deck. I've pre-drilled a hole in it. There's 2 pieces that are going on this, but you'll see that later on. So I'll let this base coat go off for a bit. We'll demask it, then I can get set up for the clear coat stage, and we'll clear coat the deck, the light, and that little chop of wood. So I'll see you in the next step guys.
music of our sphere. The gift of life is never more or less.
There you go, guys. There's the finished piece. There's the two pieces that I said extra I was going to put on. So I've flat and polished this, and I've mounted a little remote sensored LED. That's magnetic, so you can just take that on and off, and that just puts a little glow down the board. So when you walk into your place where it's going to be, that'll instantly come on and just glow that up, and you can display your favourite gun. On the bottom I've put a gun holder there. You can mount the gun that way, or you can mount the gun that way, your preference. So that's the finished piece, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'm going to get this boxed up now and get this sent over to Tony's. So check out Tony's channel. Some lucky winner is going to receive this, and I think there's some other goodies coming along in this bundle that's going to be given away, guys. So just want to say big welcome and thank you to all the new subscribers and the comments you give me on the channel. It's much appreciated, and I'll see you lot in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys.